Good morning, scholars. Today we're going to be doing our day 9 reading comprehension enrichment packet sheet. This is for Thursday, April 30th. So what you will need is your kindergarten reading comp packet. You will need your day 9 worksheet. It says day 9 at the top, and it looks like this. You see that there's a short story with a tree and some questions below. Now, day 9 is quite a bit, parents. If you haven't had a chance to look at this packet yet, day 9 gives us 3 different pages, 2 are front and back, and they all have a story with some questions. There's 21 questions completely. So we will be splitting our day 9 in half. And kind of possibly doing just the first 3 stories today and the next 2 tomorrow, or 2 today and 3 tomorrow. But again, we'll be splitting that up. So scholars, please be patient with your parents. If they tell you that you need to stop this worksheet at a certain point, definitely do so. I don't want you to get too ahead because we will be working on it again tomorrow, okay? All right. All you need to do though right now is have your day 9 worksheet and write your name at the top of the worksheet. And oh, that sun is going to be a bother, so let me get that fixed for you. All right, while I'm fixing the sun in my dining room so that you can see Miss T and our worksheet, go ahead and please write your name on your worksheet and get prepared. Okay, so today, the day 9 worksheet is going to be something new. We have been doing a lot with this first grade fiction element unit. We've talked about retelling a story using beginning, middle, and end. We've talked about the conflict and the solution, the problem in the story and how it's fixed. We've talked about what behaviors cause the solution. And we've also talked about what the moral or lesson is that the author's trying to teach us. Today, we're going to be doing something new. It's very exciting. We're going to be talking about key details. Key details are small, but they are very important pieces of information that need to be included when we retell a story. So for example, if I was going to tell you about Finding Nemo, and I told you that I had watched this movie called Finding Nemo, and it was about a boy in the ocean, and he was trying to find his dad, and he goes around all the ocean, I would need to tell you that Nemo is a fish for it to make sense. If I never told you that Nemo wasn't a fish, it might not make sense, and you might get a little bit confused. So in Finding Nemo, one of the key details is that Nemo is a fish, and that's why he's in the ocean. Another example would be if I was talking to you about the movie Frozen, and I might tell you that, you know, in Frozen, it's a movie about 2 girls who one becomes a queen, but she runs away, and they will go to find her. It might not make sense that she ran away unless I told you that it was Elsa who ran away because she had this magical power where she could freeze things. If I didn't tell you that Elsa had these magical powers, then you might not understand what I'm saying to you, and you'd be like, well, why did she run away, Miss T? So the fact that Elsa had magical powers, and that's why she ran away, is a key detail. So key details are small. We learn them from the story. They help us to better understand the story so that we can make sense of it, okay? So key details are small, but they need to be included in order for the story to make sense. We're going to jump right into our practice today, and what we will be looking for with our practice are the key details from the passage that help us to make sense. Okay, so Miss T is going to be reading the passage to you. You're going to do your best to be excellent listeners to find the evidence, so that we can choose the right answer and find those key details. Okay, let's jump into number 1. Remember, we're not circling something just because it sounds familiar to us. We're going to take the time to think about it, okay? Brad's cat. Brad's cat Mittens was stuck in a tree in the backyard. How will we get him down? Asked Brad. You can climb up the trunk, said Lakeisha. There are no low branches, said Brad. How will I hold on? You can use a rope, said Angelo. How will we tie it? Asked Brad. Then Brad's dad came with a ladder. A ladder makes climbing easier and safer, said Brad's dad. I will go up carefully and save your cat. A few minutes later, one happy cat was safe and on the ground. Scholars, number 1 asks us what makes climbing easier and safer. Our options are A, tree branches, B, a cat, C, a ladder, and D, mittens. What did we hear them say in the story that made climbing easier and safer? Did we hear them say A, tree branches, B, a cat, C, a ladder, or C, mittens? Go ahead and think about what you heard, and Miss T is going to reread it, see if you can hear that answer. Brad's cat Mittens was stuck up in a tree in the backyard. How will we get him down? Asked Brad. You can climb up the trunk, said Lakeisha. There are no low branches, said Brad. How will I hold on? You can use a rope, said Angelo. How will I tie it? Asked Brad. Then Brad's dad came with a ladder. A ladder makes climbing easier and safer. What makes climbing easier and safer? A ladder. So we should circle C, a ladder. The tree branches was not there. We did talk about branches, but that wasn't what our answer was. A cat would make climbing easier and safer? No, and Mittens is the name of the cat, but we want C, a ladder. A ladder makes it easier. All right, let's go to number 2. Who helps Brad get the cat out of the tree? Was it A, Mittens, B, Brad's dad, C, a fire truck, or D, Brad could not find his cat? Scholars, think about it. Who helps Brad get the cat out of the tree? A, Mittens. If you think it's Mittens, circle A. B, Brad's dad. C, a fire truck. Or D, Brad could not find his cat. Go ahead and circle the answer you think. If you circled B, Brad's dad, you're absolutely right. Brad's dad is the one who came with the ladder to help him get his cat. Now we're going to go to number 3. Where does the story take place? A, in the backyard, B, at the school, or C, by the park? Think about where the story takes place. Listen again. Brad's cat Mittens was stuck in a tree in the backyard. How will we get him down? Asked Brad. Did we say the story took place A, in the backyard, B, at the school, or C, by the park? Go ahead and circle your answer. Okay, scholars, if you circled A, the backyard, you're absolutely correct. It said that he was stuck in a tree in the backyard. We were not stuck at school or the park. We were stuck in the backyard. We should have circled A. Number 4, you're going to have to write in the answer sounding out those words, so we'll do that together. Let's go ahead and read the question. Who did the cat belong to? We see the sentence, the cat belonged to, and there's the line. Whose cat was it? Listen again. Brad's cat, Mittens, was stuck up in the tree. How will we get him down? Asked Brad. Go ahead and tell somebody next to you whose cat it is. Okay, if you said Brad, you're absolutely right. It's Brad's cat. Let's sound out Brad. B, 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 R, A, D, 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 D. So for number 4, you want to write B, R, A, D, like we just sounded out right there on that line. Let's go to number 5. What was the cat's name? And it tells me the cat's name was, So again, we have to think and listen for the cat's name to write it on that line. Brad's cat, Mittens, was stuck up in the tree in the backyard. Go ahead and tell somebody next to you what the cat's name was. Okay, if you said Mittens, you're absolutely right. We know that his name is Mittens. It says it in the first line. Let's sound it out and write it as we sound it out. Ready? M, I, T, T, E, 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 N, S. Mittens. Good job, scholars. Sorry, the camera fell. All right, let's turn our paper over and we're going to number 6, which is a new story. It's called The Beach. Okay, ready? Jessica rubbed sunscreen on her arms. The hot summer sun beat down on her skin. The sand felt warm under her toes. Jessica loved the summer and she loved going to the beach. It felt great to be outside. She leaned back in her beach chair. The blue ocean stretched out in front of her. It seemed to go on and on forever. The waves made a soothing sound as they lapped against the shore. Jessica opened her cooler bag. She took out a peanut butter sandwich and a bottle of water. As soon as she unwrapped the sandwich, a seagull flew in. It stared at her sandwich. Jessica laughed. "Sorry, it's all mine," she said. Jessica smiled as the bird tried to get closer and closer to the food. What a silly bird, she thought. Number 6 wants us to fill in the blank. It wants us to write in the answer. It says the waves made a sound. Scholars, we have to think about what we heard about the sound that the waves made. Let's go back and listen as Miss T reads, thinking of the words, the waves made a sound. Jessica rubbed sunscreen on her arms. The hot summer sun beat down on her skin. The sand felt warm under her toes. Jessica loved the summer and loved going to the beach. It felt great to be outside. Did we hear anything about the waves or the sounds they made so far? Say no way. Let's go ahead and keep going, listening for the waves made a sound. She leaned back in her beach chair. The blue ocean stretched out in front of her. It seemed to go on and on forever. The waves made a soothing sound. Scholars, there's that sentence. The waves made a soothing sound. What kind of sound did they make? They made a soothing sound. Let's go ahead and sound out the word soothing. Ready? S. Ooh, ooh, moon. O. Three, or there. TH. Ing. What letters say ing? ING. So on number 6, you should have written SOO. THING. Write it right there on the line for number 6. You can see the line's not very big, so go ahead and do your best to write those letters right there. All right, we are going to go to number 7. Ready? Camera's falling again. Sorry about that. Number 7. Jessica pulled out a peanut butter sandwich and a It's wondering, scholars, what did Jessica pull out with her sandwich? Did she pull out A, a juice box, B, a soda can, C, a water bottle, or D, a coffee mug? Let's listen as Miss T reads. Jessica opened her cooler bag. She took out a peanut butter sandwich and a bottle of water. What did Jessica take out with her sandwich? Tell somebody next to you. If you said A, juice box, circle A. If you said B, soda can, circle B. If you think it was C, water bottle, circle C. And if you think it was D, a coffee mug, circle D. Go ahead. All right, scholars, you should have circled the letter C. It said in our story that she took out a peanut butter sandwich and a bottle of water. So we wanted C, a water bottle. Great job. Number 8. How did Jessica feel about the seagull? She thought the seagull was, Listen and see how we think Jessica feels about the seagull. As she unwrapped the sandwich, a seagull flew in. It stared at her sandwich. Jessica laughed. Sorry, it's all mine, she said. Jessica smiled as the bird tried to get closer and closer to the food. What a silly bird, she thought. Jessica thought the bird was A, mean, B, funny, C, weird, or D, upsetting. Scholars, which of those words makes you think of silly? Does mean silly? Does funny mean silly? Does weird mean silly? Or does D mean does D, upsetting, mean silly? Which one do you think is close to silly? If something is silly, is it A, mean, B, funny, C, weird, or D, upsetting? If you said B, funny, you're absolutely right. Silly and funny are kind of the same things. If something is silly, it's usually funny. If something's funny, it might be silly. So on that one, you wanted to circle the letter B. All right, let me just look at this real quick. I think we're going to stop there today just because we're at about 16 minutes and I don't want this to go too long. So we're going to stop there. Please do not do number 9. We will leave a number 9 with Mike Mouse and the Missing Cheese for Friday, May 1st. I can't believe it's already going to be May. Please, again, scholars, stop. Do not do number 9. If you are wanting to do something more, or I'm sorry, tomorrow will be the 24th. I apologize. We got one more week of April. It's going by too fast. No, I'm right. Tomorrow will be the 1st. Whoa. See, I am mixing myself up. Let's stop there. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you for Friday's lesson. Bye-bye.